Hey there, hopefully you guys can see me with the bad lighting. It's about 8:30 at night, and tonight we're going to do a speed run on replacing fuel injectors in my 1990 Jeep Cherokee. I don't know if you can see it there in the background. I'm sitting here by the lamp trying to make sure that you can see me so you can even figure out what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to try to take and do most of the editing in the camera as possible. I'm sure my hands are going to get dirty. I've only got one glove. So, very exciting, and we'll see how quick we can get this done. Unlike a lot of videos, I'm not going to take and disconnect a bunch of crap and then try to reconnect it later. Pretty much, I'm just going to take and pull the fuel rail off, pull it back enough that I can pull the injectors out, and put the new ones in. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. So, one thing I do have going for me is I do have this handy-dandy battery-operated light I was able to pick up at Walmart. This thing is actually really cool. I might do some discussion about that later, but first things first, I need to depressurize the fuel system, and I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to do that. First, I got to move all the lights out of the way. So, you see this here? Yep, viewfinder died. So, you see this part here? This is the ballast resistor for the fuel pump. And essentially, the idea is that it drops the fuel pump operating voltage from 12 or 14 volts down to about 11. And the idea is that it keeps excessive whine from interfering with cabin noise. So in order to depressurize the fuel system, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start the car. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and disconnect power. Oh, it died. So this also means that our fuel system is now depressurized. And I can turn the car off because I won't have to listen to that radio anymore or anything else. Okay, so, first things that need to come out of the way, this is going to be in the way. This is going to be in the way. So I didn't go looking for any of my tools first. So I had to go find some. Okay, that. It's actually already loose. Get that one out of the way. Next thing that has to go is the linkage here. This is I believe it's the kick down for the transmission. Pretty much what you have to do is rotate this. We'll do that on the end here, 90 degrees. Thereabouts, and it pulls up and out. And then there's just another little butterfly clip here. Push that in, take those out. Because there's a bolt that you have to get to. It's right there. Okay, what else? You'll see some of the wiring in here. This used to be for my ABS system, which is gone, thankfully. Because, well, it leaked a lot. Okay. Now this gets to come up. Pull this up. I don't know why this connects the way it does. Pretty much it's connecting from I believe that's the servo motor for cruise control. Connects up into here and then connects back into the box. Wish I got off on myself. Probably senses engine RPM or something else. I don't know. Anyway, this one's also going to come out. However, on this side, it's kind of stuck. So we're just going to move that out of the way. The fuel pressure regulator has its own feed. Feeds off this kind of multi-port vacuum adapter there on the intake manifold. And then this bolt has to come out. So this bolt holds in this bracket that normally accommodates that little vacuum doodad adapter thing, which is there for pretty questionable reasons. Then we pull that up because this is the fuel return hose. So we're just going to pick that up and move it out of the way for the moment. That'll give us an opportunity to get in here with a little bit less restriction. I'll put that hopefully somewhere where it won't break or get in the way. It's probably going to do both. And now I got to go find another wrench. Well, I didn't find the other wrench I was looking for. Next step, 4 volts. I took these out the other day, so they're going to come out easier than they did the other day. There we go. Okay, the fuel rail is now loose. So the thing I'm going to do, I had to replace 2 of my injectors the other day. So one of the first things I need to do is there's little wire clips that hold the connectors on, and they are a pain in the ass to get off. So I've already got 2 that are loose from injectors I replaced the other day, but they were used injectors, nothing was rebuilt. So I went ahead and ordered some fresh 4-hole injectors. I'll put the part numbers in the description. So if you guys want some, as well as I think a link to the guy who sold them to me, because they were very reasonable and they weren't some crap, eBay injector or anything like that. Even though the guy does sell on eBay. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of the clips out, and we'll get ready to pull the fuel rail the rest of the way off. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer here, and I'll show you what it takes to get one of these things off. Hopefully without too many shadows. Okay, so you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. I'm going to leave the big light up. Can you see it there? See how much light I can get on that. So you'll see right down there in that slit, which you probably can't make out, there's a little stainless steel wire. And it wraps around the front, doesn't wrap around the back, And the trick is, what you have to do is you kind of have to pick it out, grab it with something, and then pull it off. So, right at the moment, I'm using a pair of hemostats and a pair of tweezers, and I'm going to see if I can pick the other 4 of these out. Now, I'm not going to show you exactly what it takes to do this, mostly because it's already a 4-handed job, and I'd rather have you sitting there on the tripod rather than bugging me. What you may have to do is you may have to take the clips off, which you can just push down from the top, and they come off the bottom. Fairly straightforward, fairly easy. Try this the other way. I know a lot of people use like little dental picks and stuff to get these off. I just don't happen to have any. Okay, there's one. 4 left to go. Okay, so I had to do a little cut there just so I could go find some tape, which was harder than I should have been. Got some Brian Suits on the radio, ignore him. I want you to listen, I don't care. I'm going to speed this up from here on out, but now I get to pull up the fuel rail. So that happens sometimes. I don't know if you can see that. The O-ring came off and is stuck in the rail. Get the ring out.
A lot of people, when they're talking about doing this replacement job, they talk about, oh, you can just pop those out with a screwdriver. That's provided you can get a screwdriver in the hole. So far, that's working pretty good. This is a pair of first aid tweezers.
Fix it with one side. With your thumb and just kind of work it back and forth. Seems to work the best. I'm sure this last one, as usual, is going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, so there's a bunch of goo in these holes. We're talking about the royal wedding, which I'm turning off because I don't really give a crap about royals or weddings. So, these are the new 4-port fuel injectors. These are ones I ordered, and all of that detail work is in the description. I need to go get some lube, wash my hands, and start smearing stuff on here and see if I can get them back in their holes. I've obtained a small quantity of petroleum jelly. Which I'm going to take and go ahead and just apply sparingly to the O-rings. Lubricate them as they go in. I don't want to get so much on here that it's going to contaminate the seals or anything, but just enough to provide a little bit of lube. Now we're going to see if we can seat all these back in the fuel rail. Hopefully without covering them with goo. I'm going to start backwards. So the big thing that's making this kind of difficult is this bracket right here. I could take it out, and it'd probably make it a little bit easier. But at the moment, I just kind of don't want to. I'm almost done. So, it's just a matter of cable management to keep things out of my way. One left. Extra wires in the way. This side, it's extra wires. Okay, that went in super easy. Which means there's something wrong. Okay, very exciting. Okay, so now, take that out of the way. We'll take our old fuel injectors out of the way. The ones that are missing O-rings, I'm just going to pop those back on. I don't know what I'm going to do with these yet. Where are your rings? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, my new injectors didn't come with the clips, so I'm going to reuse them. I don't know if there's some prohibition against that. Nobody said anything about that when I ordered them. Nobody said anything about it when I asked about it. So I'm going to reuse the clips. So these things do have to go on from the bottom. And they are kind of keyed. So what I'm going to do, since I got the wires off, if I rotate the injector around, I take this, there's a set of slots that goes into, that set of slots, that set of slots, and it locks onto the injector, and it locks onto a little lip. So, in our most perfect moment together, the camera battery died. So, thankfully I heard the ding, and we'll get back to what we were doing. Okay, still got 2 bolts to go. make sure you reconnect this one. The last time I did that, the car would start and it would run for a second and then it would die. And I'm like, oh my god, I broke it. I forgot to connect that. Okay, there's a raging vacuum leak in here somewhere. I know what the problem is. The map sensor, manifold air pressure sensor, didn't get properly reconnected. So that's probably. So what was happening was air was coming in this tube, bypassing the butterfly, so it was getting too much air running like crap. Okay. Sounds better. Just for giggles, we're going to test them. Sounds good. My exhaust leak's a little more pronounced. Okay, let's button it up. drive, pick that up with overdrive. I don't even have my foot really in it. How's the kids say that? That is breaking the speed limit. It's good to know what the vehicle is capable of because in some places the speed limit.
No, this feels so much smoother.